question is, what elevation do I have to be at to get my surface imaging? And is this going to stay at that right elevation for that for 1 full hour? Well, let's get some of our other little numbers first. Let's see. Oop, there's my antenna. We should close that. It's going to get in the way. But there we are. We're on our nicely angled. Let's see. 2 seismic scan can't be done. Atmospheric pressure. Temperature was collected on a close pass on a future date. Gravity scan can't be done. So we are not close enough to do any of our scans as of yet. So a bit of a lower periapsis will definitely be in order here. And we might as well do that from here. We'll drop that below, say, I mean, it's a little moon, so we're talking maybe smaller than our moon. So we'll pull it down to 60. So right now we should be flying high over Ike. Of course, you can't really see that because our high space, yeah. So we'll bring that down to 60 and we'll see how things look. Punch 3 seconds into it in a minute. 30 minutes. Okay. We're almost there. Just a 3-second burn right on the nose will take us down quite a bit. I might even take it down a bit more. It was just a way of marking the time I need to burn. Because we're going to shoot to burn right on top of our periapsis in 7 minutes time. Or sorry, right on top of our apoapsis. Our periapsis is on the other side. 2, 1... Okay, we'll just burn a little extra time here. We want to take that periapsis down much lower than it currently is. We'll say 50 kilometers, that's a good number. 80, 70, 60, 50, kill it. Perfect, under 50 kilometers. Get rid of that one. Put on that one, and then we'll bring that apoapsis down as well. To the point where it's... Yeah, that should do it. Assuming we're just going to need to watch for when we wind up in the low space context. I've just quick saved in anticipation. And let's get ourselves into a optimal solar angle here so that we don't waste our batteries. We're almost there. It's shedding a little light on the situation here. Okay, and in 51 minutes we will do our burn, and hopefully it will tell us that we are now in low space at some point in the near future. Where is the planet? There it is. What a funny looking moon, eh? So 70 is not it. 60. We're still in high space at 55 kilometers. 52, 51. So 50 is not low enough. Good to know. Well, okay, it could be exactly, we just passed 50. We're now in low space, so it's exactly 50. So we'll want to do this burn at the lowest elevation possible and bring our apoapsis below 50 kilometers. And that'll do it. Getting ready. I don't need this. That was just a reference point, which we now have. All we care about now is getting our apoapsis low enough, which we will start doing in about, oh, say about 30 seconds, or less than 30 seconds. Because we want to do it as close to our periapsis as possible, thus bringing our apoapsis down much lower. There we go. Here we go. Full throttle to the engines, because we've got a lot of elevation to burn off here. It's D50. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we are. We got it. It's not perfect, but it is what we need. So, can't do our seismic scan. Can do an atmospheric pressure scan and transmit that home. RCS off to SAS off to save a bit of energy. 32 science from a atmospheric pressure scan in orbit of Ike. Alright, there's our temperature scan. Oh, no, we did that. Temperature scan. Stabilize us. 16 science from that. Oop. Alright. Come on. Just stop it. Stop it. Gravity scan. We now have our gravity scan. Looking good. All of the sciences. And then we'll let the batteries charge up a bit. And I will cut while I do the very long, drawn-out surface scan here and the subsequent transmission process. And I will see you when all is done. Be right back. Alrighty, 240 science for the surface imaging of Ike. The batteries in the upper stage, which I turned on just in case, which may have been a good decision, are refueled, recharged from draining these lower batteries, which I don't really need that desperately right now. So, without any further ado, it's time to plan a landing on the lighter side of the planet, which if I do a maneuver right here, that should do it. Alright, it's time to land a probe on another planet. A new planet. So, it's just going to be a nice clean retro burn. The marker is just exactly what I say it is. My marker to make sure that when I do my burn, I wind up approximately where I want to be. So I've got enough fuel left in this thing to really take us 99% of the way down to the ground here, which is cool. I'll just use this little engine up top as sort of our final... I might as well use this engine. Well, yeah, I might as well get this engine into the game as well. Turn this into a retro burn. Yeah. So when we get closer to the ground, it's actually going to... I think I'm just going to remove this... I've got one extra... decoupler here, but now I'm worried about the thing actually getting broken. So that'll decouple the lower stage and fire up those engines simultaneously, which is exactly what I want. Now that's telling me where the retro burn is going to be in a few minutes time, so that's the one I actually want right now. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, I've missed my window already. Okay, well, never mind then. We are now landing. Just bring it around to this side of the planet and all will be well with the world. Kill it. Get rid of this. Bring it a little more over this way. Excellent. Alright, we'll do this all with instruments now. Because this is going to be all, now it's going to be all about slowing down and making sure I don't crash horribly. Reducing some of that, removing some of that orbital speed and all that jazz. Unfortunately, when I get rid of these outer tanks now, they'll be hitting the planet, so we won't have too much garbage sitting in orbit around Ike, which is good news as far as I'm concerned. Actually, I guess the other option would be to get rid of these at the same time I get rid of the imager at the same time I get rid of everything else. That way it will get out of my way. A little extra weight, a bit of weight reduction. I mean, that thing's not a weightless piece of hardware, so let's not waste a single iota of energy. We'll get rid of it early instead of late, because it's not going to do a huge amount of damage as we decelerate. So that should be slowing us down. Yep. I have no idea how round or flat this planet is, but I can tell we need to definitely bring our apoapsis down a bunch. We're currently at about 40,000 meters. So some slowing. Definitely some slowing. Because we're constantly accelerating right now. There we are. We have 40 kilometers to go, so we don't want to go too slow right now. Oh, it would figure my daughter would start waking up about now. That buzz you hear in the background is the... Oh, yeah. Okay. I may have to go and do parental duties and pick this up later, which is incredibly unfortunate. I mean, let's just see if we can get a little lower before I have to do that. This thing may sit paused for the next couple of hours while I take care of Jane until my wife gets home from work, which would be really funny in its own silly way. Okay. I should really turn on the more aggressive RCS tanks now. Okay, a very small reduction in speed, and we're coming up a little more vertical. I mean, we're still a long ways above the planet, so we don't want to... It'll take frigging forever to get to the ground if I slow down too much, but if I slow down too little, we'll hit we could not have enough time to slow down enough, so I think we'll keep it close to 100 meters per second for now. That should keep it exactly steady. Perfect. That'll keep the number from going up. Okay, it's going up ever so slightly. But you know what? That's okay. Put one right there. We're speeding up just a tiny, tiny bit right now, which is okay. It's just a tiny bit. We're just trying to arrest our horizontal movement so that our landing node becomes almost perfectly vertical. There we are. Tiny bit more gas into this. Try and reduce our acceleration here. Okay, I think we're going to need to get rid of the upper tanks soon, or the outer tanks in a moment. Yeah, pretty quick here. 27 kilometers to go. It's rounding, it's flattening out quite nicely. If I get my angle slightly above that apoapsis, that periapsis, because we want this to be as tight as possible. The less round it is, the more vertical our landing will be. 25 kilometers to go and counting. Well, 18 kilometers thanks to the radar. Now the Poodle is the Poodle active? Yes, it is. That's fine. Alright, time to get rid of the extra mass. And here it goes. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shoot. That did not go so well. I left them on. That was stupid. That's why I needed to cut the engines. Okay. There we go. Well, it's a good thing I didn't need those solar panels anyways. The important stuff is still intact. The... I'm still carrying that stupid thing, though. Yep, looking good. Looking good. Going down at 30 meters per second. That was funny. There goes our... There goes... Don't hit anything on the way down. Ooh, solar panel. Oh, it was worth it. That was funny. There goes our... Thank you for scanning the planet for me. Okay. 12 kilometers to go. Coming down at 40 meters per second. Which is actually pretty significant speed. The hope is that this little rig here will let us just hover out of the way while this thing crashes to the ground. I don't really, because I've got so much extra fuel right now, I don't actually need it to stop. Perfect. I'm just about perfectly vertical right now. Ooh. Yeah. We do have to keep going down, though. Almost went for a full-on takeoff. Okay, let's just let this fall with a little acceleration for a minute. Yeah, we don't need any of these experiments right now. Yeah, we're good. 11 kilometers to go. Quick saving here, because if I botch the landing, I don't want to have to spend the next hour trying to get back here again. Good stuff. 10 kilometers and counting. We're going to time warp a little down. I know, scary stuff, but... Alright. Let's slow her down nice and fast now. Also, I'm going to have to turn those back on, which I did do a hotkey for. 4,000 meters to go. And we are at 20 meters per second. It's a little faster, so let's just see if my hotkey worked. Hit 0. 0? Or was it 9? It was 9. Okay. Excellent. Okay, here we go. Right on that vertical mark. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to cut the engines. Okay, let's drop that a little bit more. And get that down to about 20. Looking good. Keep it steady. That's coming down fast, slower than I'm currently dropping, but that's okay. That will even out as we get lower. Okay, I just dropped it just a bit. Yeah, we're just slightly exceeding our speed right now. Oh, just a minute more, my dear. Just a minute more, Jane. Because I'm really concerned about exactly how much thrust this thing has in it. I really don't know how much power it's got. So the more of this I can do this way, the happier I will be. I did a tiny bit of damage to my ship, didn't I? That is very funny. I'm still recharging my batteries too, which is even funnier. Oh, whoops. disaster was nearly disastrous, because the batteries were actually originally supposed to be turned on by that rig as well. Okay, we need to slow down some more. There we go. 14. We're now doing meters per second. We're 1 kilometer up. I can see my shadow. I think that's it. Right there. There it is. We have a point of reference. And in a moment, we will be ready to kill the engines, break the ship off, and fire up the upper engines. Under 10 meters per second. Yeah, there we are. Now we're relative to the surface, which means we've got a little bit of horizontal motion going on here that we definitely need to arrest. Okay. Okay. Alright, seriously though, we have to slow down to an actual landing, because I think I just accelerated up a bit. Come on, not too fast. (11 meters per second) and dropping. This just has to stay retro. It almost became a prograde orbit, a thing again. Okay. I still have monopropellant left. These are on. Batteries are on. Okay. Come on, keep it slow. Get rid of the extra stage. Come on, let it drop. Slightly against our horizontal motion. Motion. Come on. There we are. There we are. That's almost completely gone. No, I need to... Yeah, or I need to come down just a little faster. Nope, not too fast. Not too fast, only 200 meters to go here. Too much. Okay, back down again. Here we go. We just need to keep that ever so slightly under control. It doesn't matter if something bad happens to the upper stage or lower stage, as long as I can get this probe portion down on the ground. Speaking of which, let's get out our gear. Whoops. $100 meters. Don't start flying, you silly thing. No, I said don't start flying. For gosh sakes. Seems to be taking less and less fuel as we get closer to this planet, probably because I'm using up fuel. Here we go. And gently as can be. Here comes the complicated part. Kill the engines. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Seriously. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, that thing has lots of guts. Okay. Right to the bottom. Okay, here we go. No, not going. Not going. Kill it. SAS, do your thing. Yes! A perfect landing. Beautiful. Look at that thing. Isn't that a gorgeous little probe? I'm really happy with that one. Alright, and first things first, seismic scan. No. First things first. Pressure. Let's send some of this expensive data home, the cheap data home first. Pressure scan. Temperature scan. Transmitting. Come on. Temperature scan. Transmit. And last but not least, our seismic scan. Let's just get that. Let's get that thing out. We got to keep that opened. There we are. See, are there any other scientific instruments on here? I don't think there are. Sending home a seismic scan. So it doesn't look like it's going to be enough for a significant science boost, but it's certainly a step towards the next piece of technology, whatever that may be. It looks like an Eve mission may be necessary. I don't have the seismic scan from the surface of Eve either, so that's worth contemplating as well. But let's just physics accelerate here and get this done a little faster. Batteries to spare, 300 science. This mission is now complete. Okay, let's go to the Space Center. Where's the rest of the ship, I wonder? There it is. Ha! It landed in almost completely intact, too. That's pretty awesome. Not bad at all, if I do say so myself. So this thing is actually going to be a really good lander. I'll have to definitely use it for an Eve mission, although Gilly, I've heard, is a little bit harder to land on. Is it called Gilly? I think it's called Gilly. Oh, let's just have a quick look at our science status. 991, and yes, our science currently costs 1,800, so I am definitely not there yet. See, a manned landing on Minmus would also help a great deal, so I will have to keep that in mind. But for the moment, I will say thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.